Hello, my friends, and welcome to The Simple Sober Life. I am Joshua, and I help others make simple changes to create a life of awesome. Welcome, my friends, and thank you so much for joining me here today. Please, just for a moment, if you haven't yet done so, make sure to subscribe down below by clicking that button and that bell so you get notified each time I create a video. Also, check me out on Instagram and Facebook because there is a ton of inspiration, motivation, and information about, improving your life in sobriety. Well, it's Saturday, and of course, I don't have to work. Thank goodness for that. But I received some good news this week. I got my test results back from having to get tested for COVID-19, and I came back negative, which is such a blessing and, such a relief off my shoulders. So I can actually get back to work on Monday. Now, of course, you're going to have to go through the whole screening process and everything like that. But, I was fortunate enough to have 2 weeks off so that I could really focus on external or extracurricular activities. And, I just feel so invigorated and so excited now because I was able to get those off of my plate, and now I can move forward with other things that I want to do. First and foremost, I completed my book. It's been a process. It's been an endeavor that has taken over a year, but I have finally completed my book. It's over 400 pages long, about 165,000 words, but I was determined to do it, and I completed it. Now, of course, there is the process of editing and trying to get it published and things like that, and I'm not exactly sure how to do that. So, I've got to do some research on literary agents and, see what I need to do in order to make that happen. And I was able to complete my coursework for the software development program that I was in. Those were my two primary goals for these 2 weeks that I had off of work, and I completed both of them, which is super exciting. I still have to do a capstone project for my certificate, but I am thinking I might actually build the Simple Sober Life website, which is really cool. I can actually use it to serve two purposes. So to actually have a website that I built and can show off in a portfolio, and to have a destination for people who want to create a life of awesome in sobriety to call a place home for all of their resources, which is super incredible. I'm so stoked that I was able to complete those. And it brought up something that I've been preaching for quite a while, but haven't really been following. I haven't really been following my own advice. And, once I actually took that advice and ran with it, I was able to get so much more done. And that was focusing on one thing until completion. For the past several months, I've been, working between 40 and 60 hours at the regular job. I've been trying to do complete this schoolwork. I've been trying to write a book. I've been trying to build up the Simple Sober Life through various channels, through social media and YouTube and blogging and videos and so many other different avenues. And, things were just not getting done. And, when I actually stopped and directed 100% of all of my focus into completing a task, I was able to exponentially get it done quicker. And that feels so amazing. It has freed up, between the book and school, I was putting in probably about 30 hours a week. So that So now I can reorganize my time and focus on other things. It's incredible what we can accomplish when we actually focus on one thing. And it was just so much easier. It took so much more stress off than, trying to divide my time into 100 different things and everything taking so long to complete. Relief and pride for actually putting my mind to something and getting it done. It's very cool. So, because I was able to do that, I am going to take the weekend off. Super excited. I haven't had a weekend off, like completely off, for months and months and months and months. And so today, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, normally I would hop in the car and I'd drive somewhere that I'd never been. And I got my car back today. Super excited. Another $300, but it's back and it's running. And hopefully it will last me a couple of months until I can actually get into something more reliable. So normally I would hop into that piece of junk and, go somewhere I'd never been before and take Luna on a hike or something. But today I am going to spend time with my family. Katie and Brian and Callie have decided to go thrift store shopping and yard sale hunting and things like that. Things that I really don't do a lot of. And, I've always thought it was interesting, going through other people's things and seeing if there's anything that I want. But, nothing I've really ever paid attention to. So we're just going to drive around and maybe find some yard sales, hopefully an estate sale. I think those are kind of cool. Being able to go into, the ones that I went to in Florida, and I'd only been to like one or two, and if they were like really close to the house that I had, just kind of going through their house and their gardens and things like that and picking out different things. It was really kind of cool, almost voyeuristic, seeing how other people lived and whatever. I guess it's a little morbid on the other side because these people have passed away and, they're selling all their stuff. But it should be a fun day, and, I'm just excited to finally be able to take a breath and relax for just a little bit until I get right back into, the stuff that I need to do to keep moving forward. I hope you're having a fantastic Saturday, and I would be more than happy to take you along yard sailing with me. So if you're into that kind of thing, stay tuned, my friends.
The next time, it's on.
Are we videoing this?
Yep.
Oh.
We packed in the car and we are off. Now, there's no plan about where we're gonna go, and Brian here is usually the king of finding yard sales and estate sales and things like that, but we are freestyling it today. And we got Miss Callie. What? Unfortunately, the yard sailing didn't quite work out as we had planned. We were just trying to just driving around in the countryside, looking for signs, and we found one that said huge yard sale. And we drove by, and there were 2 chairs and a bucket. So apparently, everyone has a different idea about what huge means. So instead, Brian and I both need to get some new boots for work. So we're here at the Gaffney outlet mall, just to look around. Hopefully we can get some steel-toed boots for a reasonable price. Those things are crazy expensive. My work will give me $100 reimbursement for them. I'm not sure about Brian, what his are, but maybe we'll walk around a little bit and see what we have at the Gaffney outlets. Did you get your ice cream? Ha! Good old cookout shake. Too busy with the shake. So we made it home. We didn't get to any yard sales, unfortunately. Maybe it's too hot. Maybe it is, well, it is what it is. Brian didn't have much luck on Facebook. So we just kind of drove around and didn't really see anything. They did stop at a thrift store. I walked in a little bit. I'm like, not for me. But Brian found a couple of things. However, while we were at the outlet, I did get some new boots for work. Let's see if I can find them here. From the Skechers store. And I didn't even know Skechers had steel toe boots. But they're pretty cool. They're different than the ones I had. Hopefully these offer a little bit more support. They had some really nice memory foam in there. So, you know, being on concrete for 10 hours a day, hopefully these really do the trick. Now, one thing I was concerned about was, you know how they've got nylon on top. They say that they're waterproof. So hopefully that's true, because I don't want to be walking around in wet shoes when it decides to rain. And my boots, you know, I had some, I forget what brand they were, but water would just seep right through them. And I would be walking around with wet socks, you know, especially during the winter when it rains a lot. And now during the summer when it rains during the afternoons. In fact, it's starting to thunder outside, and poor little Luna here, she hates the thunder, don't you? You hate the thunder. She starts shaking and she just wants to be up in my lap, and you can see she starts panting a bit. Well, a couple of years ago, she never used to be like this, especially when, you know, she was growing up and everything. But one afternoon in Florida, I was sitting outside on the lanai, and she was sitting with me. I was just smoking a cigarette, watching a storm roll in, you know, and in Florida, they roll in quite frequently every afternoon. And all of a sudden, this lightning bolt strikes the ground like 20 yards away, and it went kaboom! It gave off this huge thunderous roar. We both jumped and about wet ourselves. And since that moment, she has hated thunderstorms. It just makes her all nervous, and she doesn't like it. I feel so bad for her, sweet little angel. But so I got those boots, so hopefully those will work out pretty well. And Skechers was having a sale. If you buy one pair, you get the second pair half off. So I went ahead and I got a new pair of tennis shoes, which I'm super excited about. I tried them on and they are so comfortable. I don't think I've ever had a pair of shoes that were this comfortable. And you know, I've got high arches, so sometimes it's hard to get shoes that, you know, don't press down on my foot or something like that. But see, they're gray and they got orange. I've been going through a really like kind of eccentric color phase here recently. I'm loving the bright oranges and the bright colors. At least just like a, you know, a hint of bright color or a splash of it. And men's shoes are so hard to find fun shoes with. So when I saw those, I'm like, all right, I'll go ahead and do it. And since work will cover up to $100, you know, I'll get both of these shoes for like 40 bucks, which is really cool. Now, the sunglasses that I was looking at, you know, I got a thing for designer sunglasses. That's just me. That's kind of like my thing. You know, some people do shoes. Oh, hi, sweet girl. Oh, she came up to get cuddled. Come here, baby. Ugh. Some people, you know, get like their shoes. Other people like whatever. Mine are definitely designer sunglasses. Well, it was weird because in Sunglass Hut, you know, you could try them on, but then you had to put them in a special bin so they could sanitize them and things like that. I'm like, oh, this is so weird. but the ones I was looking at were like $200. And that's pretty typical for what I would normally spend on a pair of designer sunglasses. But with me having to fix my car and, wanting to save up for a new car, and then, on the back end, wanting to save up so I could get my own place, I didn't really want to spend $200. So I found the exact same pair that I was looking for on Poshmark for half the price. And I won that bid. So I got a new pair of Ray-Bans coming in the mail within the next week or so. So that's super exciting. Other than that, it's still Saturday, I don't have I do have school. I could work on my final project. This morning when I got up, I was researching book editors and agents and things like that. But I really kind of just want to take the day off. And I might try to veg out. We'll see how that goes. It's really, really hard for me to just sit and do nothing. It's so difficult for me to do that. I go stir crazy. So I'll probably end up working on something. But I'm not going to put any stress on me today. I'm just going to kind of chill out and relax. Stay with my sweet little girl because she's getting all crazy right now. And, just kind of chill. Maybe I'll start working on a web design or whatever, but we'll just take it easy. It's Saturday. I don't get these mini days very often. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I hope you're having a fantastic Saturday. And, keep it awesome, my friends. If you like this video, make sure to give it a big old thumbs up and comment down below. What do you do after you have just finished something you have been working so hard on? Also, subscribe and hit that bell when you subscribe. Until next time, cheers.